It's your boy Ron, man. I'm back with another video. This is Trigger Reactions. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. But we'll get into all that later in the video. But those who know, who watch this channel, who support me, you guys have been amazing, right? But today, I already know, man. We back with another video. This one is different because this one is with Joe Rogan, which I rock with Joe Rogan. Russell Brand. I came into contact with Russell Brand a few years ago. And even though he was liberal in a lot of his stance, he's logically sound and he's someone you can have a conversation with, even if you guys disagree. Okay? I want to start there. That's why he's on Joe Rogan. Because Joe Rogan recently made it clear that vote for Republican. But Joe Rogan always played that line of where I agree, and I know he's in entertainment, so he never really vocally spoke about certain things. But anyways, so Joe Rogan and Russell Brand having a conversation. Alex Jones is more reliable than David Icke and defying the status quo. So Alex Jones, obviously, some of you don't know. I mean, you guys have Google. Go look these guys up. Alex Jones and David Icke. But anyways, look, let's get into the video, man. I don't want to talk too much, but we will react to it and go from there.
These characters that have become so maligned and marginalised, even in my lifetime where I still worked in mainstream media, people like Alex Jones or David Icke, they were like, even people that were sceptical about them or even people that ridiculed them didn't try to posit them as dangerous. And the same I'm assuming with Robert Kennedy. They were
the David Icke one, they always made fun of him for lizard people. Because he always would say that there's shapeshifters and they're lizards, and there was no evidence. It just seemed really preposterous. And then, in the beginning of the pandemic, he was trying to connect COVID with 5G. There was a lot of weird, he's got some squirrely ones. Believe it or not, it's hard to say, to the general public, Alex Jones is way more reliable than David Icke. But he's way more.
Alex Jones, I guess you could put him in a conspiracy theorist. I'm not necessarily a conspiracy theorist, but I need to look up and study facts, statistics, but also beyond that, because I have to also look at what's providing the stats and the statistics. But I stay in a realm or a world of just common sense as well, but I'm always open to, be corrected. So with Alex Jones, yes, I mean, I've been watching Joe for a long time, years, because I was into the MMA and the training world of mixed martial arts, because I train and I fight, but Joe was just accessible. But I've been watching Joe for a long time. A long time. And he's always, he's the reason I found out about Alex Jones and the whole conspiracy idea. I never dove down rabbit holes, and I never understood. None of that until Joe Rogan. That's why I rock with him and Alex Jones. But I had to. Joe's right. Alex used to be woo, and I didn't know he was drinking and all these things, which he's gonna mention. But he did. He definitely said some things that have happened, and a lot of his stuff definitely has logic and some backing to it.
Reliable than David Icke. Alex made a tremendous mistake with Sandy Hook, and he did that in a time of his life where he's experiencing a psychotic break. He was drinking a lot, and he was having a mental breakdown, and he really believed that everything was a conspiracy, and that the government is essentially run by these evil demons who are trying to depopulate America and ruin people, and he thought they were trying to take away people's guns, and he was convinced that someone had convinced him. I don't know how I don't know what documentaries or what videos he saw, but he was convinced that they were using crisis actors and that they were orchestrating a false flag. He was
crisis actors is a bit much, but as far as like evil people, like it's a spiritual thing. What's going on, but like demons and people running people or governments, that's real. Because you see it in your everyday life. If you are not religious, but spiritual. You gotta know. I mean, like, I'll make it very simple. What do you call a dream? Like, when you have a dream, even a thought, even when you can think and read, if you can read, I know the teacher used to say, read to yourself. Don't read out loud. So when you did that and you heard yourself reading something, that's spiritual. Because it's internal and it's not happening or heard by the physical, which means you can't see it, you don't hear it, you don't say it, you don't touch it, right? Anyways, so yeah, don't get it twisted, Joe. Or don't get it twisted, anyone who's watching this. Not saying that Alex Jones is this, I'm just saying. It's definitely a spiritual warfare, and what's going on is spiritual. A lot of it. But look, let's finish watching the video though.
Obviously very wrong.
Yes.
And has admitted that he was wrong about that, but he's been right about a lot of things, so many things. Mm-hmm. And I've talked about this many times, but he was the guy who told me about Epstein's Island more than a decade ago, and I thought it was the craziest thing I'd ever heard. I was like, what are you saying? There's an island, like it sounds like a plot in a movie. There's an island where they fly famous rich scientists and politicians, and they compromise them.
Yeah. Like, even when you heard that, Joe, I get what Joe, I understand. So I'm not going to even give up his playbook right now. Because he's saying a lot of things that some people aren't grasping what he's saying. Because he has to do that. Oh, yeah. See, look, I keep it 1,000 over here. I'm backed by something greater than on this earth. The King of Kings, the Lords of Lords. But I'll say this, like, I get what Joe's doing. He feels he has to do that, and he's, he got to do what he got to do. But, come on, man. Come on. And those of you who gonna watch this video and gonna be like, what are you saying, Ron? What are you talking about? I'm saying that truth is always more valuable than money, financial gain, how people view you, whatever. And you ain't getting that over here. I ain't no ad or a sponsor gonna change that over here. Now, do I want ads and sponsors? Of course. But I'm gonna say and speak what I gotta say. But Joe is right. But look, let's keep watching, and then I'll give you guys my final say on this.
With underage girls and get it on film?
Like, Joe, you knew. Come on, man. You've been in the business. Not even in the business. You a grown man. You 50. Something. I think he's older than 50. I think he's like 55 or something. What? That has no bearing. I'm saying, you know that people with money and or not money, it's evil people who out here who play with children, who blackmail, who, come on. So when Alex told you that, it wasn't, he told you that in confidence because he knew you knew. He know you know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm giving away too much.
They could use it against them. I'm like, what? That sounds like horseshit. That sounds like lizard people. It sounds like, 5G creates COVID. Same thing.
Yeah.
But turns out it was true. And it's...
You knew it was true. Anyway, let me stop. Listen, though. Listen to what he's saying.
Of many things. He was the first one to warn me about a social credit score system. He's like, they're going to try to implement a social credit score system, and your money is going to be tied. They'll have centralized digital currency, and your money will be tied to your social credit score system, and you step out of line, you won't be able to buy things. You won't be able to travel. You won't be able to do anything. They're going to try to keep you within a 15-minute radius of your home, and they're starting to do that in places.
Yeah,
all of it's real.
I mean, definitely get your credit score up, put yourself in a great financial situation. There's so many tools out there to teach you financial literacy, how to get your money to work for you. You can put your money in places. Let's say you put $100 here. A year later, that $100 is $1,000. You get what I'm saying? So whatever, like, learn that, figure that out. But it's gonna get to a point where, man, you gotta learn how to live off the land. You gonna have to learn how to survive, like, without the internet. Am I saying too much? Yeah, look, man. I'll say this. It's a lot that go on that people ignore. But those of us who goes back to what I was talking about before, spiritual. We know what's going on. Alex Jones is just another vessel God uses. And they have to put conspiracy in front of it. Conspiracy is kind of like myth, hypothesis. But when it's proven, then it's a real thing, right?
And in China, the social credit score system is 100% real and implemented.
I wonder what our obligation is as people that participate in this conversation to ensure that there is a distinction made between the empirical facts that are discussed and then you in particular with your rather unique cultural space, the sort of joy of speculation. Because when you think about some of the stuff that Alex Jones has said...
Speculation is fun. Speculation is entertaining. But you can't argue facts. And sometimes the truth, and not even facts, the truth. Because there's a difference. The facts is what the majority says and what's collected based on certain things, right? But the truth, it has no limits, it has no depth, it has no sides. It just is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you can't debate. In the presence of truth, lies flee. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like someone who lies, steals, cheats, can't stand in the presence of, put it like, a demon can't stand in the presence of righteousness, a godly man or woman. They flee. It's like turning the lights on at a club and stopping the music. It just, what's going on? Yeah, you're going to get a lot over here. You're going to get a lot over here at Trigger Reactions. I love y'all, man. Y'all dope. Y'all dope. Look, I'm gonna leave the original video down below, cause I don't want to go over my time. I have another milestone to reach where I can just speak unlimitedly as much as I want to, but I can't. I get 15 minutes. Anything over 15 minutes, I can't upload it. So, but I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Comment down below, man. Everything that you heard in this video, everything I've said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But you commenting, not just talking about it, which I appreciate, but it's more than that. It puts me in the algorithm. More people can see me if you like it, comment, subscribe, Y'all know what to do, man. Do that, because that helps the channel. You don't have to donate. You don't have to send no money. Just do that. That helps the channel. But I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. And this your boy Ron. This Trigger Reactions. I see you guys in the next video. Peace.